Hi, congratulations on completing your application to become an Oxford Pierpont appointment setter. My name is Bob Hunter, and I wanted to introduce you to the position before you move too much further into the process. So, immediately after this presentation, you're going to be taken to a screen where you will be able to schedule your interview with our operations assistant, and she'll really just ask you a few questions about your desire to have the job, about your experience, and other typical interview questions. But I found that it is more helpful to people if they understand a little bit more about the job before they even go through that interview process, and that's what this whole introduction is going to help you understand. So first and foremost, who we are at Oxford Pierpont. Now, you may have already seen, if you've Googled our company, if you've been through our website and just kind of seen all of the information that there is about us online, that we work with businesses in consulting, in marketing, and just really in business development. And right now, we're also introducing a new data science service. And so that's why we're hiring a lot of appointment setters. So you're going to be speaking with businesses all across the country to really introduce our services, introduce our new services in behavioral targeting, as well as in SEO and our more traditional services like web design. And so that's what we're looking for. That's who we are, and that's why we're even having this whole hiring push. We like to say at Oxford Pierpont, when our clients succeed, we succeed. So who you are going to be more than just a traditional appointment setter. Sometimes appointment setters do receive a bit of a bad reputation because they are doing a bit of telemarketing, so they are reaching out, cold calling businesses. However, with our business, with us, with what we do, we're able to really add value to the people that we talk to and the people that we take on as clients. And you're going to be the first person that these people interact with on behalf of our company. So you'll really be representing our company in a very, very significant way. And so that's why I say you are more than an appointment setter. Also, the opportunity that you're bringing these businesses is significant. Anyone that we choose to work with, we usually have an extremely huge impact on their overall bottom line. We tend to help our clients increase their revenue by bringing in more customers, whether that's through web design, through SEO services, and especially through our behavioral targeting services. So you're really bringing a lot to the table whenever you're speaking with these people. And we also kind of reduce the amount of workload that you have to do. So you don't have to really do any selling. You don't have to really convince anyone of anything. You're generally just going to be gauging interest when you're speaking to these people. And so if a person's not interested, we don't want you to try and feel like you've got to force them to do anything or coerce or really try and convince anyone of anything. You're simply just calling, making the phone calls, finding out who's interested, and then setting the appointment for the ones who are. So that's really the overview of what you'll be doing as an appointment setter at Oxford Pierpont. Now, who our clients are. So our clients are professionals who want to grow their business, but they may not know how. For example, let's say that you're an attorney. You went to law school, you know the law, you know your practice, you know what you do as far as defending people goes. That is what you're great at. You may not know, however, how to grow your business, how to grow your practice. You may not know how to market. You may not know how to build a website. You may not know how Facebook works, how Google works. And that's where we step in. That's where we're able to provide value for our customers. So we're able to help them grow their businesses in significant ways, in ways that they just simply are not familiar with. Now, overall, as I mentioned earlier, your job primarily is just to gauge interest. Again, we just need to find out in the vast, space of business, who's interested in working with us and who is not. We have the power to send 40 plus leads per month to whoever we choose to work with in most cases. And we're very particular about our niches, so we don't work with everyone. We're not trying to just reach out to anyone who has a credit card number and will pay. We're very selective of our clients, and so that's why we have such a great track record, because we know that we're going to be able to help the people that we choose to work with. Your only job really is to find out, hey, is this something that you would actually be interested in doing? Are you a business? Are you a client that is going to be a good fit for us? And if so, would you like to meet with someone on our team to discuss more about our services? That's really about it. And we'll get more into the script so that you can see how simple and straightforward we are in our approach. So in the script, it's very simple, and I'll just read this for you. Hi, my name is Bob Hunter, and I'm just trying to find out if your firm would be able to take on an extra 6 to 12 car accident, medical malpractice, and wrongful death cases weekly. Now, this is an example for personal injury attorneys. If you were to be calling their law firms and just simply finding out if they are interested in working with us. As you can see, we're very specific about what we're going to be able to provide for them. We give them a very specific quantity. We give them very specific details about the types of cases we'll be able to bring them. And across the board, it's always going to be structured in this way. We do not believe in having all of that kind of salesy fluff where you might say, hi, this is Bob. How are you doing today? Or, hey, maybe you can help me out with something. All those little tactics that really sound like you're about to waste someone's time. Instead, we train you to make sure that you're just getting straight to the point. You're getting a yes or no question, a yes or no answer out of the person that you're speaking with, and you're just really getting that, is this something that you need or not? And if it's not, that's perfectly fine. We definitely don't want to waste anyone's time. We also don't want to upset people. So if they say no, you simply just, end the call and move on to the next call. So we're trying to make sure that you understand you are just being as easy with this as possible. And of course, as you are getting deeper into it, we provide very in-depth training after your interview once you've accepted the position, and you'll learn more about why the script is structured this way and why we do things the way that we do them. Now, a few frequently asked questions before you really get into the interview and get into the job that I'm just going to go ahead and answer for you now. So first and foremost, where do the referrals come from? So we are able to use a Google scraper, which essentially is able to take the entire listing of Google, find all of the businesses that are in a specific area for a specific niche, and that's where we're able to get your lead list. And then for the clients themselves, we're able to use things like behavioral targeting, advanced data algorithms to provide them with their referrals. So if you ever get those questions, you know how to answer that, and you kind of have an understanding of how we provide our service. And that's something that you'll get deeper into as the training starts. Now, how and when do I get paid? We always pay on the 1st and 15th, and that is through direct deposit. How many calls does it take to get an appointment? Generally speaking, it takes about 20 calls, 20 to 25, depending on how efficient you are and how your presentation is when you're speaking on the phone. But usually you can expect one appointment in about 20 calls. Now, that doesn't mean that 19 times people said no. It generally means that, of the other 19 calls, you left a lot of messages. Maybe you spoke to a few secretaries who said to call back, something like that. But usually 1 out of 20 or so will be the appointment. And you can usually set about 2 appointments per hour. Can I be promoted to a leadership role? So there's 2 answers to that question. Number 1, you definitely can be promoted. But before the leadership role of a team leader, which is the specific position that is after the full-time, we do want you to transition out of just being a commission-based appointment setter to a full-time appointment setter. Now, those full-time appointment setters, they qualify for benefits after 90 days. They have an hourly pay. We provide you with a phone number, email address, and other resources to make your job a little bit easier. And after you've been doing that pretty consistently, then you can apply to become a team leader, and that's a person who's basically responsible for helping other appointment setters. So you're able to help train other people. You're able to take on more responsibility, help answer questions for people, help hire people in some cases. So you definitely have a lot of opportunity there. And then from there, we get more into the operations side of things. So there's lots of opportunity for growth in this position. But first, it starts with being a basic appointment setter 1 position. Now, next steps. So as I mentioned earlier, Immediately after this, you're going to be taken to a screen where you can schedule your interview. Then you'll complete your advanced training, so you'll have access to our training portal, which is pretty robust. It's full of videos, full of a lot of great content, and it's very easy to get through. That training usually takes about an hour to an hour and a half, depending on how quickly you go through it. After you're done with your training, you'll receive your Lead dashboard. Then you'll start making your phone calls. You'll set quality appointments consistently. We usually expect people who are trying to get to the full-time position to set a minimum of 5 appointments per day. However, to keep the job, you do have to set at least 4 appointments per day. So that's really the range there. Now, once you're a full-time position, you'll be expected to set 8 to 10 appointments per day. So that's ultimately what we're training you to accomplish. And then finally, once you've been doing this for a while, you'll get promoted to a full-time position, which I mentioned has the benefits, the full-time hourly pay, phone number, email address, and other benefits and resources that will help you do your job. And that's it. So I'm really, really excited to have you. I'm so glad that you applied for this position, and I look forward to working with you soon. Thanks.